Is that right? We're already in the mid-70s? Wow. 73, I'd qualify that as low 70s, headed for the mid-70s at 9:18 on Monday, January 3rd. Another gorgeous day. Well, some altocumulus clouds. Kind of a contorted weather map this morning. Very interesting meteorological analysis of what's going on the last, 5 days, really. Remember that heavy rain we had last Wednesday night and Thursday in New England? I only got an inch, but some spots got 2 or 3. And that was the same morning, last Thursday morning, I showed all that hail in Lubbock, Texas. Well, both of those systems are influencing our weather today. The one that went east of New England last Thursday went up into about Newfoundland and then backed in through Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. And this morning has sent a backdoor warm stationary front to the coast of Maine. Talk about a contorted map there with a 10-10 low on the coast of Maine this morning. I woke up early because I was so interested in what the weather was doing. That's why I'm so late now. I spent an hour looking at the weather at 4 a.m. And at the same time, a couple of other fronts decaying. The front that was in Texas last Wednesday kind of just barely made it to the coast last night. And I looked at the radar at 4 a.m. and you could see some rain right over my house. Another band of rain there, very light, moving in from the east into Maine. So that's fascinating. It has to do with this North Atlantic block, negative North Atlantic oscillation. You look at the Ocean Prediction Center chart, look at the size of that 1035 high pressure system, pretty much from Newfoundland to Spain. That's a huge block in the atmosphere with storms to the south and west of it just stalled, the traffic jam in the atmosphere. And so that's why this system that was so vigorous in Texas limped south of New England last night and this morning. 0.02 inches of rain in Kingstown, Rhode Island. So there was a raindrop from that system. Very unusual to have such a powerful storm from several days ago just decay to nothing. Anyhow, so that leaves us kind of in no man's land here. There's still that old cold high that was here for a few days. This morning, no 30s in New England. It was in the 40s in parts of Maine. And that high is a Bermuda high. And in parts of southern and western New England, we are getting the influence from the Bermuda high, where we're in the 70s and 80s today. But then that old ocean storm to our east wants to bring cooler air down into Maine. But overall, that system that's stalled to our east is keeping us at least with lower humidity. As the humidity tried to come in yesterday, it kind of backed off back to the south. And so we're left with this beautiful blue sky, increasing sunshine from north to south in New England today. I think that cloud in eastern Maine is going to fall apart. That low is going to start going the other way, and maybe I'll stop talking about that tomorrow. What do you think, Steve? Look at this beautiful peony and roses. Peak week for peony. They only bloom once, but the roses will bloom several times. Steve's gonna do a little sunning, and our summer lawn furniture is out, and we've been enjoying it. And how many more days can we enjoy it? I'd say today and tomorrow. 2 more days. We've been on a streak of great Mondays and Tuesdays, and Wednesdays have been kind of up and down, going each way. And the next weather systems that are gonna impact us are coming in on Thursday and Friday. Also last night, before I went to sleep, I looked at this squall line that stretched from Canada to Mexico. This is last night, about 10 o'clock, right before the Edmonton Oilers closed it out, going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Ask me more about that in a second. That squall line generated severe weather from North Dakota to South Texas. Severe storms center storm reports there. And now that front is kind of coming our way, but it too is going to be falling apart. The northern part of it's going to decay and move into Canada. The southern part's going to kind of mark time and back into Texas a little bit. Texas just can't catch a break lately. Or catching a break is that weed trimmer down there is done, thank you. It's the season of 2-stroke engines every day. Someone's going to be leaf blowing or weed trimming or mowing in the neighborhood pretty much from sunrise to sunset. Yay. It's what we do. But fortunately, T-Rex and Steve, they like to eat the grass, so we're cool there. All right, so yeah, I'll take a seat and enjoy this beautiful weather. What did I want to show you next? I guess the evolution of what's going to happen. A new powerhouse storm came in off the Pacific Ocean into the northwest with flooding in the northwestern United States. That low is going to drive into Canada. That tries to push warmer air across the nation. Here it is. Let's just put that in motion. Watch the middle of the nation, the front from yesterday, kind of falling apart, although new storms regenerate in Texas and back towards the southwest again today. And then that storm from the northwest goes up into Canada. And here in the northeast, doesn't look like much is going on. A little high pressure system tries to form right over us, and it's going to keep the dew point down a little bit. And looks like cooler at the coast, 80 low 80s inland. And then finally late Wednesday, we get a couple of specks here. Now we're getting a shower or a thunderstorm. And then it's Thursday. The system from yesterday in the middle of the nation and the system from today in the northwestern United States are going to team up. And the primary low goes into Ontario, and there's going to be a front south of New England. And on that front, we're going to have low pressure go to our south on Thursday into Friday with some heavy rains. It's hard to say exactly where. My guess would be more western and northern New England. That's traditionally how it happens, but we've had some atraditional weather lately with some of the heaviest rains in southern New England. But then very cold air aloft and unstable air that is cold up in the sky, warm down near the ground. After all, the highest sun of the season is in the next 4 weeks, is going to produce afternoon showers and thunderstorms each day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And there could be copious amounts of rainfall. And I would say, especially in the higher elevations, in a synoptic setup like that, it's often the higher elevations of northern New England that get the heaviest rain. And the cooler air looks like it wants to last into next week. That's now out to about June 10th or so. As for our surf competition on June 9th, Sunday in Hull, it looks like maybe a little bit of a choppy swell and kind of chilly weather with a westerly breeze and offshore breeze. If there is any kind of a swell, the storm to our east did not generate much. 1 foot 8 seconds at Boston right now, so no surf for there. And anyhow, how much rain is going to fall? The QPF, once you get into yellow, now you're talking over 3 inches. And the runs last night of both the GFS and the Euro. The Euro, by the way, is not even as cold or wet for southern New England this weekend, but it is for northern New England, printing out more than 5 inches of rain somewhere near the northeast kingdom of Vermont. And that would be in the Wednesday through next Wednesday time period. So enjoy 2 more days of this. Not too humid, between systems, not too much wind. This cloud is going to evaporate with the sun getting higher in the sky. And tomorrow I'm hosting that webinar with Rick Knabb. You can go to bluehill.org, not too late to sign up for that. We're going to talk about the upcoming hurricane season. There's some action near the Bahamas, but Hurricane Center says not much to worry about. All right, now I'm going to play with my camera a little bit here. I'm going to zoom out because I see it looks like a family of baby ducks. Is that right? But that changes the mic to the back, so I have to really yell. And they're going behind the buoy and hiding on me. That's not very helpful. Come on, Mama. Bring those ducks beyond that mooring. Just a little too far to see what kind of birds those are. Perfectly timed hiding when I'm trying to make a video. Oh well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now the microphone in the front works, and that's why I'm louder. So fun watching the sky yesterday as we transitioned from what was a cold high to a warmer high. That's when you go from the front side of the high to the back side of the high. And this is just how it happens just about all the time. But those sky waves were extraordinary, and I couldn't stop looking. Everyone down there at the South Shore Yacht Club thought I was focusing in on them, and they're like, no pictures, please. But I'm saying, no, I'm just looking at the sky waves. Had fun sitting on the back of the jet stream yesterday and doing our Sunday thing. Now it's Monday, and I feel like doing the Sunday thing again. I guess maybe I can. Maybe I'll work in the yard. That's what I did when I got home for sunset yesterday. I cleared out a little bit more from that dill. And you want to see what I did? Let's see, I think I can walk through here safely into the worm farm. Yeah, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you've already clicked off. Anyhow, that's the dill field. And then the spinach, no matter what I treated them with, the rabbits decimated the spinach. They've left me some lettuce, which I moved around a little bit. Got one nice tomato. Oh yeah, tomatoes. I went to Lowe's to try and buy a 6-pack of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. They didn't sell 6-pack of tomatoes. They had one 6-pack of Big Boys for $4, so I could have got, or $5, but they had no 6-packs of cherries. They were just selling them in the individual 3-inch pots for $5 a piece, something like that, $4 a piece. So 6 of them would have cost me more than 20 bucks. What's up with that? Not going there. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Our nice florist we had, or nursery up the road, closed. Anyhow, there's some nice romaine, so I'll probably have a nice romaine salad today. And no peas. There's one pea plant that survived. Right there, one pea plant. Am I gonna get even one pea this year? It's hooked itself to this scallion. Is this scallion or an onion? I mean, or garlic. And that's catnip, by the way. It really is. I searched iNaturalist, and look at that catnip. I got that in a 3-inch pot a year ago and survived the winter. Cats like it. I'll show you a little video of Steve eating that and more. All right, thanks for watching. Sorry it got so long. That's how it works here, but it's all pretty. And hope you get a kick out of the nature and the weather lessons. Blue sky, sinking air. Gray sky, rising air. We're gonna replace that rising air with sinking air. Ooh, you're making me dizzy. Enough and more. 9 a.m. Not even done editing today's Out the Door yet, but I wanted to come out and just admire our cat. Just sitting there sunning it. Steve, oh, where you going? That's the end of that string. With the roses and the peony and the fire pit and the junk. Why one plane leaves a streak and another doesn't is to do with the altitude and the stability at that altitude and how much moisture there is at that altitude. There's some high clouds, the advance of the next weather system actually coming in from the east and the west. Suddenly summer, week 2. We can have weekends like this all year. Wow. It's a Sunday, just past noontime, June 2nd. Full-on boating season all of a sudden. Waves of weather. Waves in the atmosphere, blocking pattern. The cirrus cloud coming in here, but rain over Ohio and Pennsylvania is going to be shunted off to the south. We've got the high altitude anthropogenic and natural clouds. One thing the rabbits are not eating is this stuff, which when I bought it, I thought it was catnip, but it looks more like mint. What do you think, Steve? Is this catnip? Did you just eat all that? Oh, did he eat all that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The cat's getting a buzz. Oh, I don't know. That might be enough for today. I guess it is catnip. We'll see how Steve behaves here in a few minutes. How you feeling, Steve? What do you see? Something up there, huh? You feeling a little frisky? I think so. All right, let's go inside. Mostly cloudy. I'll take it though. It's a nice day. Very low tide here. You know where we are? Back river. Give you a hint. And there's a dog park right there. Stoddard's Neck. There's the yacht we're going out on.
We just bought this. Oh my God.
Ladies are taking over down there.
Interesting. Yep. Long time ago. Oh.
Bingo bar.
Sitting on the dock outside right now. Are you in Connecticut?
Okay, we're going through a transition from the front side of the high with the cold air advection to the back side of the high with the warmer air advection, and that shows up high in the sky first. Got some cirrocumulus. That's the very tallest instability cloud. And now the warmer air is coming in at all levels of the atmosphere. And you can make out the sky waves as the sun goes down. Beautiful. Almost Kelvin Helmholtz right there. Waves everywhere. And we still have some ice crystals up around 30,000 feet.
Please, no pitches.
All right, it's official. We're on the backside of what was once a chilly high pressure system, 3 mornings in a row in the 30s. Now on the backside, warm side, and it's warm to hot. Good thing you got that summer cut going, Steve. They are really spraying tonight, aren't they, Steve? Very pretty. Anthropogenic sky waves. Warm enough, isn't it? It's hot. Sea breeze is gone. That high thin cloud thinned to nothing. And there's a weather system coming at us, but it's going to miss to the south thanks to blocking. Nothing to do with the jet plane contrails blocking. It's atmospheric omega block. 7 p.m. Steve, should we call it a day? Yeah, me too. It's been a long one, long weekend, a lot going on. Oh yeah, the big stretch. Yeah, I think this is a perfect time to just play it out, piano man. The sun's about to go behind the cloud here at 7 o'clock. That's a fairly thick cloud. It's mostly going to miss us to the south, but dimming the sunshine and likely resulting in a wind shift over the next 48 hours, which, even though it's technically warm air advection, may cool us off here near the shore. Endless sky waves.